Hey everybody, it's Sad the Red, and welcome back to Lucy Got Problems. Right back to a new problem directly in front of us. I don't mean the water, I mean the fact that something's in the water. And it's touching us. Oh yes. Actually, no, that's kind of... Well, I decided I'm not going to move an inch and see what happens. If there are to be death ahead, then I'll just come back and learn from my mistakes, you know? Because that's the... I mean, okay, it's kind of a callous thought. I'll just let her die by making this decision. The luxury of it being a video game, you can just save and load, right? Not move an inch. Also, she's still adorable. Also, I'm wondering if the chibi sprite wouldn't have her clothes, her suit is torn up if I hadn't gotten it torn up. Because apparently there's an achievement to not have her suit ripped at all throughout the entire game. So I would assume then, therefore, that as there are different main sprites, there'd be a different one for right here. Anyway, after all I've encountered in this forest, I decided it'd be wiser to practice subterfuge. Oh yes, and I'm certain you're fantastic at that, Lucy. I'll just imagine that it's not there. Oh yeah, that's not subterfuge. If I ignore it, maybe it'll go away. Did I say that out loud? You're a precious little bean, aren't you? No matter. Nothing strange is happening here. Nothing at all. Probably it was not the greatest artistic performance in the world, but hey, at least I tried. Meanwhile, the creature in the water didn't appreciate my struggle. I felt more and more nudges from all sides. Well, at least it wasn't trying to grope me, but still, something was off. I didn't know it's not trying to and just doesn't have the means or doesn't quite understand the method. You know, don't discount so quickly. What the fuck? But still, something was off. I suddenly realized that I've been seeing the same stretch of the bank for a while. I stopped moving. Meanwhile, the river surface around me was already bubbling. With a loud splash, water is expulsed. What the heck is this? I don't know. Oh, the heck it was. Oh no, they're penis fish. Is that what that is? In mere minutes, dozens of lean fish bodies were flinching over the river. It's cock bass. I can't think of a better pun. I'm not that creative. Oh no. Most of all, they were resembling... I'm out of here. My peaceful journey down the river came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the water was still shallow, so I was able to stand up. The only thing remaining was to get to the bank through all that fish. Oh. Mm-mm. What do you think you're jumping, you fish head? Oh no. Oh no. Walking through the water is not easy by itself, but with the fish, this test became next level hard. Hard, huh? Well, I guess they're flopping around. Fish are more on the flaccid side usually, right? Oh god, just utterly bereft of being able to be funny. I had to push the slippery bodies and dodge their rams. Okay. Wherever I went, the fish followed. Hey, stop bugging me! A fish flew right past my face. Naughty, naughty. These creatures leap so high? Why are you all aggroed on me? I shambled to the bank even more actively. Probably I wasn't so determined in my whole life. This forest was literally overflowing me with motivation. Finally, I reached the land and fell into the reeds. Now I know what the wrath of nature looks like. Really, what do they want from me? What's that unmotivated aggression? Is it because I'm a demon? Don't play the race card. I was going to add something else, but suddenly several fishes soared into the air at the same time, dangerously close by. I immediately realized fighting for justice would be better continued away from the river. Besides, I still need to find some less aggressive food. Plus, I don't think at this point you don't want to put those in your mouth, judging by your reaction. I stalwartly climbed out of the reeds. Mystical, magical, pretty music. Okay. The deeper I went into the forest, the more peculiar it became. The weirdest thing was the bluish glow that seemingly came out of every blade of grass. Is this some wild magic? Never thought I'd see something like this with my own eyes. In a place like this, you should be doubly cautious. You step on a wrong toad and cause a magical disaster. Well, at least I don't really have to be looking for breakfast here. I slip my hand into one of the hidden pockets. A couple of minutes and a dozen agile moves later, I hold a chocolate chip muffin. What do you have, like an interdimensional pocket or something? Furthermore, wait a second. Hidden Yeah, I was going to say, because show me pockets. I'm thinking about don't. I'm just going to go back to where I was. Yeah, okay. Fresh and soft, right from the oven. Still, what the fuck? The smell. Funny, I almost forgot one of my pockets leads to a bakery shelf. These mini space doors are a real miracle. Okay, but are you stealing, or is this somehow like... is this a provision you're allowed to do? Now that the breakfast question was solved, I could walk around as much as I wanted and look around with no stress. I believe this is the most magical place in the whole forest. If I don't find the artifact here, at least there might be someone who's good with magic living close by. Hope they won't mind answering a couple questions. I took a small and delightful bite into the muffin, and realized my mistake too late. No. No, this can't be. Is it like a blueberry muffin? Although I like those. What's it, raisin or something? My throat got tight and tears appeared in my eyes. I fucking knew it. Not the raisins! I've never heard of raisin muffins. Probably for good reason. Wipe the oatmeal raisin abominations off the map! I quickly spit out the unfinished cupcake. Disgusting. How could I be so wrong? Remaining cake got cast into the same shrub while I went through my dimensional pockets again. Grab, tackle, sweep, and a brand new muffin appeared in my hand. It can't be. This one has raisins too. And this one. And this. More and more muffins flew into the bush. I can't believe it. They always used to make chocolate ones. How could they do this to me? I'll die without chocolate muffins in this stink hole. I fell down on my knees and was ready to cry, but suddenly through the blur of my tears, I noticed something strange. I even had to rub my eyes in disbelief. Oh yeah. Totally. Go through that. Absolutely. Yes, it's... On a small clearing right in front of me, there was a door. Whoever put it here clearly knew their trade. The door was standing upright as if supported by invisible walls. I mean, an interdimensional portal door doesn't need no walls. It's an independent interdimensional portal door, and it don't need no structural foundation. No physics or supports or like that. Basically, it was just a normal door, if not for an unbelievably strong magical aura. I didn't even need Sneck to notice it. If there is a door, it must lead somewhere. And if the door is magical, it can lead anywhere. For example, into a secret artifact storage, which the door was just put in the middle. Because that's not even remotely inconspicuous, right? Or was it... I think I got my... Whatever. It makes sense to store magical artifacts behind magical doors, right? Yeah, but it's right on the open. It might be hidden in the middle of a forest, but it's still right out in the fucking open. You think the door itself would be disguised? What if the door leads to an old wizard's house? That the homeowner would be pleased if I just drop by. Drop by without an invitation. Yeah, why don't they just add a tag or something? Now I have to decide what to do. Oh, great. Here we go. In case this ends bad, I can just drop right back here. Well, let's try knocking. That seems the safest option. I mean, it's not that, or just open the door, so let's knock. I won't tip my fate. It's easy to offend a wizard, but dodging a fireball is much harder. I brushed muffin crumbs off my breast and knocked on the door 3 times. No answer. Maybe this wizard is so old he's already gone deaf. I knocked again, louder this time. I'm not at home! The voice sounded muted from behind the door, so I couldn't determine who it belonged to. Maybe the door itself? If you're not home, then who's talking to me? A voice recording. You can leave a message after the tone. Beep. Hey, don't even try to deceive me. It doesn't even sound like a proper tone. And you don't sound like a delivery guy from the Alchemist Workshop. Nevertheless, I'll give you a chance. Do you have my frogmaw tentacles with you? No. What about a fresh, what about a fresh censored fish? Censored fish. Okay, I like it. That's cute. What about a fresh censored fish? No, but just as I thought. As soon as you place a door portal for a couple of hours, you get pestered by useless salesmen and their similarly useless goods. Hey, I'm not a man. I'm not planning to sell anything yet. Actually, I'm here to obtain something instead. Maybe some answers at least. Oh my. And what does a determined person as you do on the wrong side of the door? I am minding my manners. Very well. You may proceed as long as you feel necessary, and then come in so that we can talk business. And is it safe? Possibly. Best answer. Well, since I had already found a mysterious door in a magical forest, I might as well use the opportunity to enter it. Certainly the voice is just scaring me. It's time to show all these forest hippies what Lucia fur is made of. I picked the doorknob and eagerly turned it. Hi. Oh my. There was a naked lady behind the door. Or rather, not entirely naked. She was barely covered by a light silk scarf, holding on a prayer and fairy dust. When I opened the door, the light fabric danced in the wind. I beg you a pardon. I must have come at the wrong time, or at the wrong door. I didn't know you were... I'm leaving. And what's the problem? Well, you are undressed. I didn't know you were changing clothes. Me? Changing clothes? Nonsense. The lady suddenly laughed. Darling, I always dress like this. You think this scarf is too short? My, I never thought succubi may be so shy. Especially when you look like that. A well-mannered person would have said your costume was full of holes, but honestly, I'm surprised all those holes still have some costume between them. For some reason, I felt a bit offended. Hey, it wasn't my fault, you know. The mysterious lady just shrugged indifferently. The hell? At the same moment, I felt a hot wave of magical power. Hey, what are you doing? What was that? A momentary charity. I suddenly realized my costume was back in its original form. Oh, thank you, I guess. Wait a minute. How do I'm a succubus? Some call me the seer. Besides, you have horns, a tail, and a heart-branded armband. Well, yeah, sounds convincing. So, what was your question? There should be a reason you are so desperate to get in here. Make it quick. I have a ton of important magical stuff to attend to. Yeah, just important magical stuff to attend to. Because that doesn't sound like you're just trying to shrug me off. As directly deceive or act or be sarcastic. Okay. If she has a sense of humor, this might go well. This, I really think she'd see through any attempts at deception by dear Lucy here. Okay, asking directly or sarcasm are the two that I think would actually have the most merit of paying out. I mean, asking directly, she could just rebuff, you know, if she doesn't know the answer or doesn't want to actually answer. Being sarcastic, like I said, if she's a sense of humor, that might actually win her over, or it could piss her off. Either one could go poorly, but I don't think either one could go nearly as poorly as the middle option. Yeah, I'll end the episode here, and we'll start the next episode with me making my decision. So, thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.